Hi everyone, here's a little video on how to make an action to make it a little bit easier to understand. First of all, actions are basically just recorded events in Photoshop. Things Photoshop can't record are things like when you hand draw something or when you hand paint something. Using the eraser tool, for instance, if I were to go in and use the eraser tool to do that, an action can't record that, but you can put in little messages along the way to tell it, okay, stop the action here, and here's where you erase what you don't want. So you can do that. All right, first thing, you want to make a new set right here and call it under your name. And I'm going to call this demo so I can get it out of here as soon as I make it. Then inside this action, I'm going to click this little new icon button. This is a new whatever the panel is. Right now I'm in Actions, so it's a new action. I'm going to put in a demo here for record, and now it's recording everything I do. So I can come in here, change the hue and saturation, for instance. Maybe I want to colorize this and kind of change how it's being colorized. I kind of like that. Maybe I want to come in and use a filter on it, like cutout or paint daubs or dry brush. And I'm going to make the brush size a little smaller, maybe add a little texture, come in here and go okay. And then maybe I want to make the size smaller and come in here and tell it I want it to be a certain pixel dimension, or yep, 640, there we go. And then I'm done with my action. There's 3 steps, that's all I'm asking you to do. Here, see the red button on here? That means it's recording. So I want to stop recording. I'm going to hit the little leftmost button and that stops it. Okay? So now what you do is you take this set here, you go up here and you say Save Actions. And it's going to put it with my name, which is what I want, with the demo, the title of the set that I gave it, and ATN is your suffix. Put it somewhere you can find it easily. Desktop is one of the things I would recommend. And then that file is what you send to me for your assignment. And that's all there is to it. Pretty easy. You do have to start with a file, some kind of a file, because you're doing some operations in Photoshop, so you need something for those operations to be played on. You know, you need some sort of a file to do something to, so that you have to start with. But that's pretty much it. Have a great time trying this out. I don't generally do huge extensive actions. They get really complex if you try and do too much in an action. Most of my actions are several steps at the most. It's just a time saver for all those things that you end up having to do over and over again. One more thing, if you do an action that's got very many steps, the first thing you want to do is go to the history panel and click on Create a New Snapshot, so that if your action goes all wrong, you can always get back to where you started with your file. You don't want to erase over your original image generally. You really want to be able to salvage the file if something goes really wrong. So those are my advisories. That's what is involved in making an action, and enjoy.